All right. So we are going to discuss linearity and proportionality as an addition to the techniques that we can use in solving circuits. No? And aside from this, we are also going to discuss superposition, also a technique in solving circuits, though they have also conditions before we can apply these techniques in solving circuits. All right. So we have first linearity and proportionality. So if we have or if we see circuits with a construction or um parang itsura niya, okay, or physical ano niya is like this, no? We call it a ladder. Okay? Ladder circuit. So kung mapansin ninyo, ang kaniyang tsura is parang ladder, no? No hagdanan. Ayan. Like this. Kung may dagdag pa dito, so pwede. No, if kung mapansin niyo, parang siyang hagdanan, guys, right? Na ganito. Right? So we can apply linearity and proportionality. So for this example, we are going to find, erase ko muna, we are going to find the Vx, the V2, sorry, the V2 at the 2 ohm resistor. Now, if we are going to apply nodal analysis, we only have one equation since we have only one node on also. So one node meaning we are going to create our single equation. Now, if we do mesh analysis, we have two. Okay, two equations since we have two meshes, right? Now, if we are going to use the conventional one or yung basic one, which is yung KVL, we have KCL, we have Ohm's law, we have current division, voltage division to find the V2, medyo mahaba yung process, right? Because we are going to take muna yung mga currents and we are going to take the total current, also the total resistance. Tama? Before natin makuha yung other unknowns. Now, using linearity and proportionality, we can also solve for V2 by knowing, okay, by knowing the experimental value or assumption value versus the real value or the total value. Okay, ano yan, sir? Okay, let's take a look on this example. So it requires us to find the V2 at this specific circuit, which is ang itsura niya is parang ladder. Okay, now, the first step is to solve for V2 and assume a value for the unknown. So our unknown here is V2, right? Now, we are going to assume any value of V2. Pwedeng 2, pwedeng 3, pwedeng 5, 6, 7, 8. So, pwedeng ano-ano yung assumption mo. Basta number. Okay? So, dito, nilet siya as 1 volt. Since 1 is a very simple number, but if you're going to multiply or divide it into a number, madali lang. Tama? So, I suggest also that you apply 1 volt as our assumption, no? In this technique. Okay? Para hindi mahirap mag-multiply at saka mag-divide ng number. Okay? So, let's say that your V2 here is equivalent to 1 volt. Now, after assumption, okay, first is to assume, okay, value of unknown unknown variable. So since our unknown variable here is V2, let's assign 1 volt for the value of voltage in our 2 ohm resistor, right? Next is number 2, step 2, we are going to solve, okay, the new voltage total. Okay? So this one, will be, uh, iset aside muna natin siya and let this value as our V total na assumption, okay? Or experiment. Okay. So dito sa experiment natin, our V total is unknown pa. Okay? The real value, okay, real value. Real values for V total is 5 volts, right? Kasi ang 5 volts yung nagpapagana sa lahat ng ating components. Now, the real V2 is the unknown. Tama? Which is, wala pa tayong value. Okay, so let's write it down muna. Now, dito sa assumption natin, yun na, mag-a-assume na tayo kung ano yung value ng V2 natin, which is equivalent to 1 volt daw. Okay? Now, itong 5 volts natin dito as V total, magbabago ito. Okay? We will solve this one for a new VT if our V2 is 1 volt. Okay? So, ano ngayon ang V total natin? So, paano natin mako-compute yung V total natin? So, let's assume na wala pa tong value and then we try to solve for the currents. Okay? So, try to solve the currents and then if we add, okay, if we add all of the value of voltages, no, of the components, that would be the total voltage. Tama? Okay. Now, your V2 here, okay, solve for the V total. Okay. So, how are we going to solve this? So, since meron na tayong assumption na V2 is equals to 1 volt, therefore, we can solve the current, okay, of the 2 ohm resistor, and which is I is equals to V over R, which is 1 over 2, okay, amperes. That would be our uh, current passing through the 2 ohm resistor. Now, that current also passes through the 3 ohm resistor, right? Kasi series connection sila. So this one also is 1/2. Okay? Sundan ba, guys? All right. So since we have 1 volt in the 2 ohm resistor, we can also solve for the voltage for the 3 ohm resistor. Okay? What is the voltage for the 3 ohm resistor? Ilan? That would be V is equals to IR. So that's 3 times 1/2. Okay? That is 3 over 2 volts. Right? Okay. Now, if we add the voltage, okay, if we add the voltage of our 3 ohm resistor and 2 ohm resistor, that would be the parallel voltage for the 1 ohm resistor. So, do you agree on that? If we add the voltage for the 3 ohm and 2 ohm resistor, that would be the parallel voltage for the 1 ohm resistor, right? So this will become positive negative 5 over 2. Okay, so that's 3 halves plus 1. That would be 5 over 2 volts. Okay, now we can also solve for the current here. Okay, that is I equals to V over R. That is 5 over 2 divided by 1. Right? And that would be equivalent also to 5 over 2 amperes. Okay, since we have two currents given, we can also solve for the current here using KCL. Okay, the current which is passing through the 4 ohm resistor. So that is in equals to output. So that is 5 over 2, okay, plus 1/2. Right? So that would be equivalent to 3 amperes. Okay? So that 3 amperes now will be component, no, to find for the voltage of the 4 ohm resistor. That is V equals to IR. So that is 12 volts. Okay, so the voltage of the 4 ohm resistor is 12 volts. Tama? Now, to find for the V total, we have to solve, okay? Or we have to add all of the voltages, no, nasa ating circuit. So there are two, no? Since this 1 ohm resistor here is parallel with 3 and 2 in series, therefore, we can say that this one consumes 5 over 2 volts, okay? Added to the 12 volts. So our V total for experimental would be V total X. Okay, experimental would be equivalent to 12 plus 5 over 2. Okay, so nasundan ba? And that would be 14.5 volts. Okay, so 14.5 volts for the experimental. So let's write it. Okay, we have here experiment or X values. So, ang experimental values natin for V total is equal to 14.5 volts. Now, for our V2, we have assumed it to be 1 volt. Tama? Right? So, next, we have to perform proportionality rule. So, ano yung proportionality rule? Isusulat lang natin in proportion with the real and experimental values or assumption values. So, we have here V total for real over V2 equals to V total for the experimental value over V2. Okay, so V total for our real value is 5 divided by the unknown, okay, which is V2. We don't know yet the V2 is equivalent to the V total, which is for experimental 14.5, and the V2 here, which is 1 volt. Okay, so this is the part where we can truly understand why we pick 1 volt as our assumption value. Kasi pag i-multiply natin siya or i-divide natin siya, it will be very simple for us to simplify it or to uh, evaluate it. Okay? So that would be cross-multiplied with each other. So that would be 5 divided by 14.5. And that would be V2 is equivalent to 10 over 29 volts. So this one is your answer. Okay? So that is the linearity and proportionality rule. So nakuha ba guys? Okay, so any questions? So ano lang, let's run through. We have to first, okay, we have to first solve for the, we have to first assume, okay? Let's have to first assume the value of the unknown and then find the total voltage, or as we can say that it is finding for the or for the current. So let's assume for the current and then let's solve for the total current. Okay? For assumption. Now we will make it in proportion, no, to the real values, no, or yung ano yung nasa circuit natin. So we will be going to combine them using proportionality rule for us to find for the unknown. Okay, so this one is a very simple technique, no, in finding the unknown of the circuit without using mesh analysis or node analysis. Okay, so any question for this? Any questions? Okay, none so far. All right. So this one is for linearity and proportionality. Though this one is the solution of the circuit. Okay. So again, take note. Okay, that this technique, linearity and proportionality, can be only used when the form, of the circuit is in ladder approach. Okay, naka-ladderize yung iyong circuit. Okay? And number two, it is preferable that the ladder circuit has only one independent source. Okay, which is on this or in this particular problem, we have our independent source, which is 5 volts. Okay, voltage source natin. Independent voltage source. Okay, so that's the linearity and proportionality. So let's proceed to the next topic. So we have the method of superposition. Okay, ano naman tong superposition, guys? This one is a technique also wherein we try to compute, no, the different values of our unknown values when or focused on the source, okay, that we are eyeing. Okay, ano yun, sir? Ibig sabihin, isa-solve natin yung mga values or different values ng mga unknown natin kung magfo-focus lang tayo sa iisang source. So therefore, sir, yung circuit natin or our circuit must be containing two or more na sources or two or more na independent sources. So, paano na yan, sir? Okay, let's have an example here. So, this one, as you can see, meron tayong tatlong independent source, right? So, we have 1 ampere, we have 3 volts for the voltage source, and we also have 6 amperes for our current source. Okay, and we are tasked to find for the Vx or the voltage of the 2 ohm resistor. Okay? So, nasundan ba, guys? Alright. So, in this part of the problem, as we can see, perfect yung ating methods of superposition. Kasi nga, we have three. Okay? We have three sources. Ngayon, we try to turn off. Okay, to focus to focus a single source, we need to turn off, okay, the other sources. So sir, paano natin i-off yung ating sources? Okay, now if our source is an independent voltage source, if we try to turn it off, what will happen is magiging shorted. Okay? Magiging shorted yung ating linya ng voltage source. So, magiging straight line na lang siya or magiging parang wire na lang siya. Okay? Tandaan niyo yan. Pag voltage source, pag i-off natin siya, meaning or isi-short natin siya, ibig sabihin magiging parang wire na lang siya. Okay? And it will become or it will have a 0 volt value. Okay? For current source naman, okay, if we try to turn it off, what will happen is that magiging open line siya. Okay? So, mawawala yung kanyang bilog and magiging open. Okay? Madi-disconnect. Okay? So, let's try to solve it using this. Okay. Now, if we look back into our circuit, ang mangyayari is, focusan tayo muna or pili tayo kung saan tayo magsa-start na source. So, pwede tayong mag-start, focus doon sa ating 1 ampere. Then, we can also focus, after that, we can also focus on the 3 volts. And then, we can also focus on the 6 amperes. So, pwede din 3 volts kayo muna, then 1 ampere, then 6 ampere. Pwede din 6 ampere, 1 volt, 1 ampere, then 3 volts. Or 6 amperes, 3 volts, then 1 ampere. So, pwede lang yung ganon na approach. Okay? So, dito, unahin natin i-turn off. Okay? Unahin natin i-turn unahin nating i-focus muna yung 1 ampere natin. Okay? Then we turn off the 3 volts and the 6 amperes. So what happened to our circuit will be just like this. So mag-short or magiging linya or magiging wire na lang yung ating voltage source and then magiging open yung ating current source. Okay? So magiging ganyan yung ating circuit. Okay? Then, if we try to redraw it, it will become like this. Tama? Do you agree on that? So, magiging simple circuit na lang siya. Now, let's try to solve for the Vx, no? For this example. For this setup, what do you think ang mas perfect nating gamiting technique to solve for the Vx? We can try nodal analysis if you want. No? You can try also current division if you want. Pwede. Mesh analysis, you can also do mesh analysis. Okay? Mas simple si mesh analysis. Kasi isang mesh lang isang loop lang ito You have 2, 4, and 5. Then you will just subtract the current passing through the 2 ohm minus the 1 ampere. Did you get me? Okay. Now, if you try to solve for the Vx here, the final answer must be 18/11 volts. Okay, so this problem uses Ohm's law. Okay, so ang ginawa niya is nag-solve siya ng kanyang parallel na or total resistance. Okay, then multiplied by the current source, which is the 1 ampere. So it derived with the answer of 18/11 volts. So that Vx is only for the 1 ampere focus. Okay, that's for case 1. 1 ampere muna. Ngayon, set aside muna natin yung sa case 1. Focus na naman tayo sa 3 volts. Okay. Did you get it? So, pag focus natin sa 3 volts na battery, so on si 3 volts battery, then turn off yung dalawang current source. Now, solve for Vx. So, this one, naggamit lang siya ng voltage division to find for the Vx. So, the Vx here is negative 6/11. Okay, so any question? Okay. So we will not try to solve it na yung mano-mano ha. We will just be focusing on the technique. Okay, or the process of the technique. So yung solving kayo na yan. Okay? So kung gusto niyo i-solve mamaya, then you can try it. This one is only the theory. Okay? Or yung process lang yung i-discuss natin. Now, since we already have our Vx for 3 volts, focus on 3 volts, that is negative 6/11, the last case, or case number 3, will be focusing on the 6 amperes. Okay, nakuha? So, if we try to solve for 6 ampere, we are going to also turn off the voltage and the current source na naiwan. And it will be becoming the circuit will become like this. Okay, so we try to solve it using current division and Ohm's law, and we get a negative 60/11 value for 6 amperes. Okay, so hindi na natin i-discuss one by one yung kanyang computation. Okay, so it got the 3 values for the case 1, case 2, and case 3. Now, for the final answer, simply, we are just going to add all the Vx for case 1, case 2, and case 3. Okay, and that would be this one. So the final answer for the Vx is equivalent to the added or the sum of all of the Vx for each for each variable for each independent sources. Okay, and that would be equivalent to negative 48/11 volts. So that would be the final answer. Okay, nakuha? So parang ano lang siya, ang ginawa lang natin nag on and off lang tayo ng ating sources, and then after that, yung unknown values for each or the determined unknown values for each sources, i-add lang natin sa pinakahuling part. And that would be the final answer. Alright? So, what if, sir, meron tayong dependent source, okay, meron tayong dependent source sa loob. Can we turn it off? Okay. Pag dependent source or yung diamond or diamond shape dyan sa ating circuit, sa ating source, we cannot turn it off. Kasi nga, it is dependent on the value ng isang component sa loob ng circuit. So, we cannot turn it off. Okay, nakuha niyo? So, we go as is, nung ito-turn on and off lang natin is yung ating independent source. Okay? And pabayaan lang natin as is. Okay? As is lang yung itsura and orientation ni dependent source. Okay. Now, let's try to solve it. For case 1, we try to focus on the 1 ampere. Okay. So, it will look like this. Open na yung sa kabila. Okay? Yung 6 ampere sa kabila. And the circuit would look like this. So you try to solve for the Vx, no? Parang dependent source lang na way. Okay, we apply KVL, KCL, and such. Okay? So nakuha. So for this example, or for this case, the value of our Vx for 1 ampere focus is 1.5 volts. Alright? So sir, paano yung ano sir, kasi may Ix pa tayo, dependent source siya. You try to compute, no? Just like yung pag-solve natin sa dependent source, we try to look for the equivalent equation in terms of the assumption natin na current variable. Okay? So, in terms of that, ano yung equation niya? Okay? Sige. So next is, since we find Vx equals to 1.5 for 1 ampere. So case number 2, we try to off the 1 ampere, and then on lang yung 6 ampere, and then we try to solve the circuit or for the Vx. Okay? So mangyari is parang ganito na yung kanyang read drawn na mga na circuit orientation, and we try to find for the Vx. So at this point, ano yung pinaka-perfect na pwede nating gamitin na technique or na analysis? We can do mesh analysis for this since meron tayong 6 ampere na given na mesh current. So we apply that one and then solve for the Vx. So the answer for that, Vx for 6 ampere is equal to negative 3 volts. So this one, ang ginawa niya is mesh analysis siya. Okay? So mesh analysis siya to get for the value of negative 3 volts. Okay, for the Vx. Now, as after that, since hindi natin ma-turn off yung ating dependent source, we go straight in adding or summing all of the Vx found in the or found in different cases. Okay? So that would be negative 3 plus 1.5. Okay? So nakuha, guys. And that would be, or we will have an answer of Vx equals to negative 1.5 volts. So that would be the answer for this specific example. Okay? So any question? Sir, paano kung lima yung ating source? Okay, lima yung sources natin sa ating, lima yung independent source sa ating circuit. Eh di 5 beses din kayo na superposition. Okay, 5 cases din. So you will have 5 also values of, for example, in this problem, 5 values of Vx. And then after that, after getting the 5 values of Vx, then you can sum all. Okay, sum it all. And then that would be the answer for the whole Vx. Okay? So, nakuha ba, guys? Okay, so again, it is only applicable if ang iyong source or independent source is two or more. So parang nonsense naman din kung you are going to perform superposition using only or in the present sa ating circuit is only one source. So parang nonsense, okay? So we can apply this one if meron tayong dalawa or tatlo or more na independent source. Mas ma-appreciate natin yung ating technique na superposition method. Okay? Any inquiry? Any concern? Questions? Before we end our discussion? So guys, I will not solve it na yung okay. So we are just having our lecture on the process and the techniques, no? Ano ba yung mga pwedeng techniques pa natin? Kasi the computation part is alam niyo na yun. You have nodal, you have mesh, you have KVL, KCL, you have your current division, you have your voltage division. You do that one. Okay? This one is only a technique. Okay? Sige. So, any other concerns? Clarification? Wala naman. All right, that is good. So, thank you.